Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with this file folder, the altered file folder that we've made into this folio. And I'm now looking at what I want to do is we've got these couple of flaps here, which are now becoming quite bulky because I've added another couple of flaps beneath them. So what I'm looking to do is hold these closed so that when the folio closes, they're closed, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do, because I had originally been thinking I would possibly have this on the front cover, which I do still like. The only thing is, as the folio gets bulkier and bulkier, I'm kind of thinking, is that going to be a strain on this? So I'm thinking, actually, is it better, you know, just being kind of inside? So what I've thought that would work is, this is kind of the back of the folio. And I've got a journaling card here that I've kind of, you know, ready cut out. So I'm going to put this on the back. Other than that, I want the back sort of relatively, you know, plain. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my twine, which I used in the previous video, and I'm thinking do some sort of policy closure from here, if you see what I mean, that will hold this whole bundle closed flat. So what I want to do is obviously open all of this up, open these two out. Oops, oh gosh, the number of times I do this, it's so frustrating, and I never ever seem to learn my lesson about not keeping this pressed down when it's first glued. And so subsequently I've now got this mess going on here. Oh, so frustrating, and I never ever learn. Oh, I've lost count of the amount of times I've done this. I think to them in, obviously, you know, when this gets sold, that's going to have to be pointed out. So yeah, I do apologize to whoever buys this that I've just done that. I do it all the time. I never seem to learn. Right, so what I'm thinking is put something here to hold the string closure in, if you see what I mean, and then that will all go right around. Hope that makes sense. So I'm thinking this is quite a nice piece. This again is another one of the journaling cards, but just cut quite small. So I'm going to just cut the edges of like the background paper off, so it's just got the blue edge like that. And then yeah, I'm going to kind of have that in here like that as a you know, a pocket in itself, but in that pocket is going to be the string, if that makes sense. So that's going to be what's basically holding the string down. So I think for the first, you know, in the first instance, I just want to glue this string on here. So I'm going to just glue this down, and I'm trying to have quite a bit of the string because of course I want to make sure, you know, it's hopefully in there good and proper. No, I want to make sure that it's kind of not going to be coming out. So we want to make sure that there's plenty to hold it all in like that. So that's that. And then what I probably should do, so I'm going to just take a scrap. So I just got a piece here, you know, from a sort of earlier piece that we've done, is I'm going to glue this down over the top of the string so that the string's really nicely enclosed and, you know, not going to be ripped out at all. So like that. Okay, and I'm going to just glue that down. Need to make extra effort here to make sure it's glued on this side, because when this is over this as a pocket, if it's not kind of completely flush, it's going to really kind of just hinder anything going in and out of the pocket, if that makes sense. So again, I'm just going to take my hot glue, and you know, and I say this all the time, I'm using hot glue because, you know, when you do the videos, it's just really nice to know that things are just glued instantly, and I'm not having to then, you know, waste everyone's time holding it in place. So yeah, you obviously would not have to be using hot glue. You could just use your wet glue for anything like this. It's literally for speed, you know, that I'm doing it. Okay, so that's then glued in place like that. Now again, just going to quickly ink this up before gluing it down. I'll isolate this with the inking rather than stick it down and then ink it, because obviously I've already inked all the pockets and things once. Don't want to over ink them. Okay. Okay, right, so that's going to go on there like that. And again, just for speed, I'm going to just use the hot glue. Okay, just pop that down there like that. Okay, looking good. So then what will happen is obviously these can all shut. And, oops, oh goodness, what's going on? Let me get my glue lid out of the way. Right, and then this one will close down here. This one will close here. And then what I can do is wrap this round here and then turn it over. And then we're going to have this glued down on the back like that. And then, I mean, to be honest, we could even have it wrapped around like the other side of that. It just makes it a bit more interesting, doesn't it, than having it kind of here on this edge. Do we think? Let's just double check. Well, to be honest, either I think would be fine. Oh, perhaps it's better on that side. You know, when you kind of think something's going to look good and then you try it and think, actually, maybe it looked better as was. So since the last video, I've punched myself a few more circles. So yeah, I've just got a couple of circles there. Place them together. Okay, and just ink up my journal card. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to just glue her down flat to the page, you know, because effectively this is going to be the back of the book. So I don't necessarily want her, you know, sticking out or as a pocket or anything like that. I just want to kind of keep it relatively simple, I think, because, you know, it's the back of the book. I know, even as I'm saying it, I'm now trying out, do I want to have some lace behind her? So, yeah, watch this space. I no doubt will do a complete U-turn in a minute. It seems that I'm doing that more and more. Just no sooner do I say something than I do completely the opposite thing to what I've just said. Okay, let's just put those circles down there. So it would be there. Let's take the lace out. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go for the lace. Yep, exactly the thing I said I wasn't going to do. I now can't resist it. Oh dear, honestly. I'm doing this all the time lately. You know, I literally say I'm not going to do something, and then within 2 seconds, I've gone ahead and done it. Right, so now I just need to decide which side the lace looked better. I'm going to have it on this side, the reason being in case I want... Oh, no. Oh, I forgot that that's actually a flip in itself, you know. So now I'm just wondering whether... Is that going to work? My closure. I don't know, you know. Don't know whether that's going to work. Might have to go here. Oh dear. Yeah, might have to go here. And then I might have to have something else closing this one off. Oh dear, such a tough decision, honestly. I'm just trying to work out like the logistics of this. So if this was like closed like that, well, oh, let's give it a try. You know, we won't know unless we try, will we? So yeah, I'd completely forgotten that that was in fact a flap in itself. So yeah, honestly, I can't remember what I did, you know, 10 minutes ago, let alone yesterday, which was when I filmed the initial part of this folio. So of course, trying to remember what I've actually done with it is, yeah, near on impossible. Just not going to happen, is it? Okay, right, let's just fabric tack some of that lace down. And then I'll probably give it a helping hand as well with some hot glue. But just for the initial bit, just to get it held into place at first, I'm just going to, yeah, pop it down with some Fabri-Tac. Okay, right. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue down a little bit there with the hot glue. Okay, right. Then we're going to glue down the journaling card. Okay, like that. Want her a little bit flatter, so squish her down nicely. Okay. Right, and then my circles I'm going to have here, and obviously the string's going to wrap around the circles. So I'm just going to pull in, again, another brad. So we've been using some coloured brads for this project. So again, might just, use maybe another one of those pale blue ones, or maybe another brown one, not sure. Let's try each. So we'll try the blue one. And we will also have a look at the brown one. Oops, no, not the black one. Oh my goodness. Okay. Right, let's have a look. So that would be the brown. And this one, the blue. I think I like the blue. Yeah, I think I like the blue. But I'm going to just leave the other one out, just in case we want any more brads further in. So again, just taking my pokey tool and poke a hole there, and then just put my brad through there. Okay. Yep, squish that down like that. Okay, right, looking good. And that is going to just glue on here to the side. Oh, now I'm thinking I would have preferred the brown flower. Oh, do you know, I'm just going to leave that like that, and we'll just do another couple. Because, you know, I might use that somewhere else anyway. Yeah, might use that somewhere in a minute anyway, so. Right, again, let's just now squish that in. Not squish it in, sorry, poke the hole. Ah, what is going on? I can't even remember what stage I'm actually doing. Okay, and squish that down like that. Yeah, I prefer the brown as it happens. Okay, so let's just glue this down with the hot glue like that. Okay, right, so that is going to then go in here like that. Okay, just going to snip that out. Right, let's just see if that has held that closed. Yay, it has. I didn't know whether that was going to work. Yeah, sometimes it's not until you come to do these things that then you suddenly think, oh, I'm not sure that is going to work actually. But luckily for me, it did. And actually, it's holding that close too. So it's a double, you know, double bonus there, which is all good. Right, okay, so that's that piece. Now, again, I'm going to just unwind here. Wow, we've got some really interesting, you know, closures and kind of pocket type pieces in this one now. Oh gosh, have I now glued this in? Yep, I think I have. Oh dear, perhaps I've wound it round too many times. Oh, here we go. Right, never had that happen before. So we're going to open this up, and I'm going to put a couple of pockets, I think, on here. And then we'll call the folio done. Of course, I still need to add lace and things like that to it. But we'll then be, you know, just making some ephemera bits to go inside. So again, I don't know whether I'll actually do all of that on camera. I've got a few other like projects in the, you know, on the go at the moment. So I'm not even too sure when I will actually get round to finishing it. But I do need to actually crack on and stop, you know, starting other things, to be honest. I think what happens is I'm aware that, you know, not everybody likes to see the whole process, like of any process. So what happens is I start something off and, you know, people really enjoy seeing the start. And then, you know, of course, because, you know, there's lots of you out there who are really, you know, very experienced, brilliant crafters. And so, you know, you don't need to then see the whole process because, of course, you know, you've got brilliant ideas of your own. You don't need to kind of see what I'm doing or anything. And so what happens is the views get less and less. And I've talked about this before, you know, which, of course, I don't want to then kind of neglect the people who do like to see the whole process. But there is this issue where, you know, if you kind of then are not really getting many people watching something, they're not very interested, then of course, you know, that affects YouTube's promotion, I guess, of your videos further down the line. So it's a tough one to call because, you know, you're not wanting to obviously, like I say, neglect people who do want to see it. But equally, you know, you've got to be mindful of, you know, if I put up too many videos that then actually don't attract a wide enough audience, then, you know, YouTube kind of flags that as, you know, oh, this person's, you know, of no interest to anybody. So they stop then kind of recommending your channel. So, yeah, it's just a kind of tough one, really. But it's such a shame because, you know, of course, there are those people who, like I say, do want to see the whole thing. And I don't want to be, you know, neglectful to them. You know, it's just a really tricky one. So, yeah, I mean, I do kind of probably already load too many of the same project videos, if you see what I mean. But I mean, that's another thing is, you know, obviously because I upload videos every single day, you know, that's another issue is because actually what happens is if I don't then do the whole project on film, if you see what I mean, that's why I end up with all these half-finished projects because, of course, all the time that I'm crafting generally is actually on video now. I don't very often have time to craft not filming. So subsequently, you know, if I don't want to film a whole project because it's not really gaining enough interest, then it just means that I don't really finish the project. So it just kind of then, yeah, sits on my desk unfinished. So, I mean, I could really do with doing a few finishing off videos because I have got quite a few unfinished projects at the moment. Just kind of, yeah, gathering dust. Well, they're not gathering dust. They're not visible to gather dust. They're buried on the desk. But, yeah, if they were visible, they would be gathering dust. Right, okay. Let's just trim this down. So we have one. And then this one here. Right, again, let's just trim this down slightly more. Here on the side. Okay. Like that. And like that. Oh my goodness, now what's happened? Now what's happened? Oh. Right, let's put that much lower, I think. Yep. Yeah, something like that, I'm thinking. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? Yeah, let's do that. So I'm just going to glue those two on as pockets. I don't think I'm going to bother with any flips on this side because, you know, the books, well, not the book, the folio, it's just getting kind of like very, very flippy and flappy. And of course then I'm going to be here forever making ephemera to put into the flips and flaps and tucks and what have you. So yeah, I need to kind of stop doing so many now. Right, let's put that there. Like that. Okie dokie. Squish that down. Okay. And then this one here. Okay, I might just put it so you can even see that stitching because I think that looks quite nice actually. So again, just run the wet glue around. Okay, and pop that one down here. Like that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right. Okay, so I probably need to now quickly ink these bits because, of course, the rest I've done, you know, reasonably grungy. So, yeah, I just need to kind of ink these bits. Again, I probably should wait for my glue to dry because in a minute I'm going to have horrible glue, like here, glue marks, you know, where the glue's wet. And now, of course, I've inked over the wet glue and got big patches. Okay. Oh, and another one here. Okay, right. Okie dokie. Right, that's all looking pretty. Yeah, really, really nice. So I just want to kind of now do something on the cover, I think. So, oh, yeah. Right, suddenly thought, oh, am I going to make that same mistake again? Right, okay, so I want to do something on the cover. So what should we have on the cover of this? Okay, let's have a look. Probably want to have one of these gorgeous images on the front cover. I love this image. I love this one. So let's just cut her down first. And again, like I say, they're with a decorative background paper on the back so that you can cut them with like a border, which I think is really, really nice then. Yeah, like she looks really good on there, doesn't she? So I'm going to rough her up, I think. Oh, excuse me. It's come to that point where it's kind of allergy season. So yeah, I'm afraid I have hay fever now. Actually, it's only seemed to have come on in the last couple of days. It's annoying, but you know, it's, I guess, you know, I've done quite well to get away till now. Get away with it till now. It's only just coming out now. So not too bad. Oh, she looks so pretty, doesn't she? Yeah. Okay, let's ink her up. Like that. Like I say, we've done quite a grungy kind of look in here so far. So let's, you know, continue with that here. Love roughing up the edges because it just makes it look really super old, doesn't it? I love how that looks. Okay, shall we put her on something, like on, you know, some other paper? So I've got the paper that I keep on using to actually ink against. Oh, it's got the same lady on, look. So I'm thinking, could we like layer it onto there at all? Oh, that's such a shame, isn't it? I'm going to lose a lot of that lovely imagery. You know, to make it small enough to actually have it stuck onto the piece beneath. Yeah. Well, I am going to lose a lot, but she does look lovely on there, doesn't she? So, right. And to be honest, I've mucked it up anyway because I've been using the back for inking so much. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Okay. So we should just glue this one down here. Like that. Okay, looking good. Right. Now, again, I'm going to cut this out and then rough up the edges so as I've got like 2 layers of the rough edges going on. So let's just trim this down. Again, I'm paying no attention to how big I'm cutting this. I will adjust it obviously afterwards if I need to. So at the moment, I'm just starting, you know, just approximately where I think might be a good estimate. Okay, well, I don't think that was too bad. So, yep, I'm just going to now rough these edges up. Like that. Okay. Oops. Yeah, so I hope that everybody's having a good day. And, you know, I hope that you've been enjoying the altered file folder. Like I say, it's only the, I think, second time that I've done an altered file folder, actually. But they're so scrumptious. They look really lovely, you know, and they're really versatile because you can do loads of different sort of ways of folding them and making them and things. So, yeah, I'm really having a lot of fun working with it and having a play. And I mean, this is very, very different to the project that I made with the altered file folder I used previously, which I think I did back in about December. So, yeah, that video is obviously on my channel somewhere. Okay, right, now just wondering whether I could have some lace kind of just stitched on here very randomly. So I'm just going to bring in, I'm just having a bit of a rummage through my bag to see what lace I've got that might be quite nice, you know, glued on here. Right, I've got this one, so let's just bring this in. So, yeah, I don't know about this, hold on. Let's just cut this down. It's very elegant lace, that one. Oh, it's so tough to decide sometimes, isn't it? Right, just tearing some other lace quickly. Because I'm going to take this, I think, across to the sewing machine, and I'm just wondering whether I want to actually sew some lace kind of on to it, if you see what I mean. Whether that's from underneath or whether it's from, you know, from the top, I'm not quite sure, but I'm kind of thinking, do I want to stitch some lace on somewhere? So I'm just tearing this edge off so as it's got a bit more of a grungy kind of look. Oh dear. It's now super grungy. Oh my goodness. Looks like super scruffy, doesn't it? But I mean, I quite like that effect. I think it's quite nice. Now, would we have that kind of coming out maybe? Maybe it's a little bit on the big side. Okay, let's just go down here. Okay. Ooh, I maybe stitch it on here. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tentatively stick it on just so as it's kind of held roughly in place. And then, yeah, I'm going to stitch it on with the sewing machine. And then this one here, let's just see whether we'd want this one anywhere. Oh, how gorgeous does that one look? Okay, so again, just going to glue this down, you know, just roughly so that I know where I'm putting this. So like that. Oh, I love how that looks, and I love the fact it's got all them frayed edges. That's just so scrumptious, isn't it? Okay, right, I'm going to nip to the sewing machine and then I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back from the sewing machine. That's how that looks. I just love it so much. It's so, so gorgeous. It's just got that right amount of, you know, shabby chicy kind of look to it. So yeah, I really, really love that. So hope that you guys think it looks really cool as well. Okay, so let's just have a look at how we're going to stick this down. So I'm just going to see whether we want to have any kind of like bits of paper kind of like hanging out to the side, or, you know, to the bottom or anything like that. So let's just have a look. You know, it's just about kind of getting some layers down, really, I think, so that we've got a more, what's the word? Layered, I suppose, would be the right word, or layered slash textured kind of looking cover there. So, you know, just kind of getting bits down in different kind of places, really. So, yep, I'm just going to take some lace here. Just literally, again, you know, really not paying any attention to the size or anything else you know, of it, but just seeing if we want to kind of layer that up like that. And then of course I've got this top piece, which, you know, I'd like to ideally get something up there, which that thing would ideally be some more lace, you know, because wow, why wouldn't we? Okay, let me just trim this down because this is quite wide lace. I just want to kind of, you know, halve it in terms of how big it is. Okay. Like that. Oh, I don't know now. Is this a pocket? Yep, that is a pocket. Okay, let me just have a look. See whether... Oh, I'm loving how that looks. Right, okay. So I'm going to get this white lace just glued down here, first of all. Like that. Okay. Right. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then we're going to have these bits here. So again, I'm going to just leave this lace kind of there, and I'm going to put this piece down here. Again, just going with the hot glue. It's, you know, it's nice and quick and instant. I know, sorry, it's like a scratch record, but I say it all the time because I don't want people being put off thinking, you know, if they haven't got a hot glue gun or anything, or they don't like hot glue, you know, that they can't do something similar. You can. I'm just literally using it because, you know, it's nice and quick when you're doing a video. So, I mean, I love hot glue anyway, don't get me wrong. It's, you know, it's a glue that I really, really like. But, you know, I'm well aware that not everybody likes hot glue. So, yeah, please don't feel that you have to use it. You really don't. Okay, so I'm thinking kind of like that. Looks super, super scrumptious. Oh, I've just spotted I've got these tassels like laying around on my desk. Had these for years. I'm not sure whether these are the last of them or whether I've got some more. Oh, I can't help but think that they look a bit scrumptious up there. Right, let's get her glued down in the first instance. Use the back. This is obviously the one that I've been using as the, you know, the mat for, you know, when I'm inking anything. So, yeah, please excuse the mess here. But, you know, it was what I had to hand. So, right, let's just glue this down. Like that. Okay, looking super gorgeous there. Right, so with regards to the tassels, I'm now thinking, I mean, I might not be able to get them on there at all, but, you know, I'd love to get them on there because I think they are super lovely. Right, let's try and get rid of this because that definitely doesn't need to be on there and doesn't go. Right. Okay. Now, if we have them, I mean, probably really it would be better if they're actually hanging off somewhere, because then they're not sort of in the way at all, although they'd be, I guess, in the way of the pocket. I did really, really like them though. Did I? I did at first, and now I've put them back there. I'm like, oh, did I? Did I? Not sure. Right, let me just trim off this end. Just trying to kind of get them to a more, you know, manageable way that they would be on here. Okay. I wonder whether it's a bit long, whether 4 would be better. Or to be honest, even 3. I know that sounds really weird, but let me just cut this down. I always think it's a bit dodgy working with tassels and things because they, you know, they could unravel. Oh, quite like those. Yeah, I'm thinking they look quite nice. Oh, they look quite nice everywhere, actually. Yep, I quite like them everywhere I've put them so far. I mean, I always tend to put things at the bottom for some reason. Kind of just automatic, go to the bottom. Okay, I've got this flower here. don't know whether I'm going to go for that flower or again, because this is some flowers that I had bought, they're ready-made, and I've been hoarding them because I'm down to my last few. So now, of course, I'm like, oh, I don't want to use that. Yeah, so I might not be able to make myself actually use it, if I'm truthful. What else have I got here? I've got this, which is like a headband of my daughter's that she obviously doesn't use anymore. Oh, I wonder if I could have this as a closure. Not that way, but maybe I could have it this way. Getting way ahead of myself here. I mean, I've not even made the ephemera. So why am I already thinking about the closure? I have no idea, to be honest. Oh dear. Maybe I should have the tassel kind of coming down on that corner. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, right, let's just run a line of glue straight along here. And then just pop that down like that. Okay, because then I've very much still got all this nice tatty lace all visible. Everything else is all visible. I've still got room if I want to put the flower somewhere. Got this lace visible. Yeah, it's all visible. Everything's visible on there, which is exactly how I wanted it. Okay, right. I've bought quite a lot of flower centres, to be honest, lately. So, I mean, to be honest, I should be not lazy and just should make some, you know, some nice flowers myself rather than use that. And plus, obviously, that gives me the excuse to continue to hoard it, which I'm obviously not wanting to use it, am I? So, hoarding would be good. Ooh. Ooh. I know we used a wax seal inside the folio, but now I'm thinking maybe another one on here somewhere. Maybe here. Yep, let's go for that. So, okay. Let's pop that one down. Okay. Loving that cover, I have to say. It's really, really, really scrumptious, isn't it? Yeah, I really, really love how that looks. Right, just quickly check in whether I have anything else, you know, that I want to put on there at the moment. No, I don't think so. But like I say, I might do a flower or something and have a flower on here, or we might be getting just a little bit too chock-a-block. But having said that, you know me, I can't help but think more is more. So, yeah, it's a strong possibility that we're going to have something else on there yet. So, yeah. But, yeah, I hope that you love the folio. I mean, I can't tell you how much I love this. It's just, wow, looking so beautiful. And, of course, I've not really added any lace or anything to it yet. So, you know, I've still got lace and things to add. So I'm sure it's going to, yeah, get really, you know, prettier yet. So, yeah, like I say, I don't know whether I'll be doing the rest on film, possibly not. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, if you have been watching. And don't forget that the kit itself that I've been using, it's the Melrose Garden, and it's obviously for sale in my Etsy shop. So, you know, if you wanted to have a look and check it out, then yeah, it's on my shop. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.